we're good. You're right.
I keep aim it down a little bit so we don't have to be like.
So how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? Looked like Roaming with Rosie was first on our live at 6:50 p.m. saying they're taking Rosie back to storage, but we'll be listening.
What phone is this?
Then we had K&R.
Drone phone.
Wahoo! Am I number one?
If you heard that, I'm just turning on this phone.
Scott Jacobs and Appreciation. Hello, Cindy Catanese. Cindy Catanese is in the house today instead of James. Hello, Cindy. K&R is here, of course. More Scott Jacobs and Appreciation. And then we have the one and only William Dixon. Hello, how are you? We are doing fine. We're doing great, actually. We're doing splendid. We're doing fantastic.
We're strangling each other.
Now we just strangle each other in half the size.
We yeah, but sometimes we wake up in the morning a little grouchy.
Yeah. We're in Becky's Travels. Hello.
Yeah.
Rolling Through Reality. Hello.
RV life.
I'm on Snapchat.
Here's Rhonda. How are you doing? No,
Come on,
don't do that.
I'm gonna do Snapchat.
All right.
Yeah, everybody's been doing good.
Yeah.
Somebody still won't sleep in their own bed.
This one. We got her in there for a good bit
Daddy.
the other night, but then last night, I guess. Last night she was in our bed the whole night.
And the night before. And the night before.
One of these days we'll have our own king size bed to ourselves.
What was totally not believable? That was totally not believable.
About us not arguing or having a good time. Or being good. Oh, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. Rolling Through Reality. Camping is going great. My grandmother is in the same campground. So we actually had a dinner the other night with her. And it was a little bit crazy. Ready, Set, Autism is in the house. Hello.
Hello, you are my friend.
But, yeah, so my grandmother is in the same
Hi, a little bit crazy.
campground. We didn't know we were going to be camping together. We got Doreen, Brain, and Privys and Prims. Hello. First time here. Everybody should go check her out. Check Doreen out. Thank you for coming over. Yeah, so my grandmother is in. We didn't know she was camping the same weeks we were. A little bit crazy saying hello, sweetie.
Hello.
And so I grew up camping with my grandmother. Did we miss the details about the journey? Not yet. Nope, not yet. You didn't miss that yet.
Chris and Scott's Colorado Adventure. Hello.
Yeah, Chris. Hello.
Glad you got the drone.
Yes.
Yes, you got the drone.
Yes, we got the drone. So yeah, I grew up going tent camping with my grandparents for whole summers at a time. All right, we're back. Guys, it's a little windy here today at the campground, so we do have a few tech issues that might happen, but we're going to deal with it. The joys of camping and live streaming. Scott Jacobs, we did freeze.
Right, did we freeze?
Yes, we did freeze. So we should be live now. So what we have going on, my grand got to make mountain pies.
Yep.
With
I love
their great grandfather's mountain pie iron. Okay, yeah, K&R I guess Kyle, maybe I did get your email. I'll give you a shout then.
Unless Ryan's calling you bro.
Or unless Ryan's calling me bro. Yeah. Hopefully we're not frozen anymore. But okay, we're not frozen. So yeah, so the girls got to use their great grandfather's mountain pie iron. Made some stellar mountain pies. Has anybody else?
People know what it is.
Culture, lifestyle, and travel.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm on a calculator, so you can't see that.
So yeah, mountain pies are basically, it's an iron. It originally was an iron. Now they're making them out of aluminum and stuff like that. But it's two pieces that go like this. I wish I had my iron with me, but I left my. All right, we're back.
78.
I don't know what it's doing.
Can't you hook it outside real quick?
I don't know what it's doing. Hey, Anna's RVing, how are you? So this mountain pie iron, it has two long handles so that you don't get burnt by the fire, and it has a hinge on it, and it opens up. And then you put bread in the pockets, and then you put pizza sauce and mozzarella cheese in there, and you can put any if you want pepperonis and stuff like that, you put it in there and close it, and then you put it over the fire and you turn it, and it basically melts the cheese and then toast your bread. And when you close it, it actually pinches some of the bread together and makes its own crust at that point. Full-time Dream says hobo pies. Okay.
There's RV traveling MIA researcher.
RV traveling MIA. Hello, Full-time Dreams here.
So did you tell everybody when was it that we looked at the camper? Oh, that was for the Fridays live, wasn't it?
Mountain pies, their culture, lifestyle, travel. Say mountain pies are awesome. Oh, Nutella and marshmallow. The girls like Nutella. We do chocolate. We take Hershey's chocolate and put it inside there too. Makes a good little chocolate sandwich. But what would you say about?
Well, we went to look at a camper, but that we had said that on the Friday.
Yeah.
I was thinking we did it this weekend. But we do have something going on this weekend.
We do. Yes. Cindy Catney's, yes, we're talking about pies. I've seen apples done and stuff like that. Imagine Your Odyssey. Hello. Yeah, so mountain pies, you can pretty much make anything. People make ham and cheese. You can make anything in it if you want. Raining like crazy with flood warnings. Oh, hopefully everything goes well for you.
I saw. Everybody talking about how they doing with.
So some people call them hobo. What was it, hobo pie? But a lot of people.
Applesauce.
Oh, applesauce. Yeah. K&R. If you Kyle or is I'm assuming it's Kyle.
Did you say hello to Full-Time Dream? Yes,
Full-Time Dream. Yes. Kyle, if you type in mountain pies in your Amazon, once you get what's the word that they called it?
What?
Once you get your cut off from Amazon back on, and you can go back onto Amazon, check out the mountain pie iron, and you'll find them. And actually, my great grandfathers, they originally were round, because when you used them at home when you had your stoves, your wood stoves that you cooked with, how they had that little pull off that was round that you take off the top of your stove. They would actually open that up and set the mountain pie iron over top of it. And they were originally round. Now they're getting square and stuff like that.
So, RVing is going camping finally. New Jersey opened up some campgrounds.
Yes, great. That's good because we're coming up your way the week after July 4th, and we were worried about New Jersey catching up to opening up. And I think camper Thousand Trails Lake and Shore is where we're going the week after July 4th. So we're excited. We've never been to New Jersey that I can remember.
I've been in New Jersey, Cape May, but that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, stay safe, everybody, with the rain. Hopefully it doesn't come here because I don't want to have to put my awning back in. But
so yeah, this Saturday we actually have a realtor coming to look at our house.
Yep, realtor's coming to check out and see. Like there were some projects that we were going to do on the house to help build value. But what room we're in? Imagine your Odyssey. We are in the living room of our camper.
Yeah, the whole thing's like one room.
Yeah, it's the one we have is
camper.
Like, it's an open floor plan. So master bedroom, kitchen, or no, living room. Behind you is the kitchen, the dining room, kitchen, and then the girls' room. It's all like an open floor plan. So yeah,
we're talking about the realtor.
The realtor, yes. So we have a realtor coming because we were going to do these projects, and after talking, we had our neighbor behind us there. They just left out yesterday. They've been full time for 4 years, and she actually was a realtor. She still has her license in Pennsylvania, which is where we're at. And she has suggested to get some realtors in and go over what you're looking to do project-wise to fix up, because some of them might be a waste of money. So one of our customers is a realtor, and we're going to get him in and on Saturday at noon and have him walk through with us and say yes, no, or all of the above to our projects that we were going to do. And he said this Friday, the realtors are open for business again at least in our county. So he said that the real estate market is going to be hot. So this is the time to put it on the market. So hopefully we get it going on. And because we found a few rigs that we like that are for sale private party.
Yes, baby.
Doreen Brennan is in Lancaster County. Oh, okay. Well, you're pretty much neighbors to us then. So yeah, we're in York County, about 30 minutes east of Gettysburg, if that gives you an idea of where we're at, Doreen. Yes, thank you, K&R. Thank you, Kyle. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. I'm hoping Mel and Nettie get on here, because I have some mail calls that I have to do. Oh, Strasburg. Okay. So you're out. Strasburg. That's the train, Thomas the Train Strasburg, right? Or is that, no, that's Pittsburgh, Strasburg. That's Strasburg is where
Strasburg,
Danny's from.
It's like there's the Strasburg Railroad.
Oh, there's Strasburg and Strasburg.
No, there's I don't know where Thomas is.
Yeah, I can't remember which one Thomas the Train's at. When Thomas comes live. Yes, thank you.
So, I've been actually more surprised a little bit. Everyone's doing really well on their social distancing here.
Yes, right.
Strasburg Road.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretty much staying away from everybody and living the silver life.
Hello, welcome.
No, Birdenhand and Intercourse.
Yes.
Doesn't Lancaster area have the best names?
Yeah, Birdenhand, Intercourse, Blue Balls.
Yeah.
You gotta love the Amish. Well, that might even be Pennsylvania Dutch prior, but yeah, we were actually out. Where did we went somewhere out? Oh, when we went to Mannheim. We went to Mannheim the other day to one of the dealers out there, RV dealers, and we were looking at one of the RV dealers, and we found a rig that was going to be like an in the middle. It's not our final rig. An inner middle of the road type of thing until we truly went full time. But
living the silver life said we found that true where we were too. That everyone's being pretty decent, pretty respectful, and we did have a camper near us where people were kind of gathering. We got a little nervous, but
yeah,
we've been walking our dogs and things like that, and no one's really.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't wearing masks.
Hello, Linda.
Which the reason they're not is fun because everybody's staying away from everybody. Like for the most part, everybody's at least 6 foot, if not 10 foot away from everybody. And when they're not wearing a mask, which I get. I mean, to me, based off what I've been reading and stuff like that, you know, it's the close contact is where that's really important. I guess important at this point in time. But hey, there's Mel and Nettie is here. Mel and Nettie, I got something that is in this right now. Besides my drone. Besides my drone.
Yeah, close contact. Inside is really bad.
Yeah. So we already, on Friday, we said about how we got K&R. We got K&R sticker for on here. They helped out with the drone. If people haven't seen some of the previous lives, we actually had some assistance from our followers on the drone, which is the DJI Mavic Mini. I'll show it to you again since it's so cool. So what I did, Carlisle, Scott Jacobs. Carlisle is what, an hour
from us,
about an hour south or hour north of us. So what we did was, I asked those who did help with the drone to send me their stickers. So K&R, Kyle and Ryan over at K&R Destinations, they helped out. So their sticker is going to go on here in one of these spots. And Mel and Nettie, I just went to our mailbox today and I got your sticker in the mail and your lovely little note. K&R sent me a note as well, and I appreciate the kind words from all of you guys. So that one is also going to go on the case, and when I take off of the case, so you'll have your own little shot in the videos. I just have to get them put on. The one thing, it's going to take me a little bit to put them on there because you can see they have the ribs. This has the ribs on the casing, so I got to sort of work them around. Yeah, the stickers are really neat. K&R's, you can see, I'll get a close-up of it here if I can without the glare. So they got the rig in the background in the bottom here, and it's like a little, there's a hill, and then the road's going over this way with the stick. This one's really cool, and then they are right there. That's where they live. Or at least that's where they're at in that particular time. And then Mel and Nettie, this is actually, if I'm correct, that's Toonstead art. Toonstead's another YouTube channel that's in the RV world with everybody, and so I'm pretty sure that looks like Toonstead art, and that is their sticker.
Do all the Mavics come with a nice case like that?
No, Ready Set Autism, the actual case that the Mavic Mini is, she's going to grab it here for us. It's a lot smaller. It's more compact. But the problem is, right here it is. It's nice. It's nice. It's got a nice fabric on it, and it's formed. It is formed to hold all your equipment. The only problem is I put landing gear on my Mavic Mini, so it raises the height up on it, so this won't close. So I went on the Amazon and I found this bright orange one. They make them in another color too, but I wanted the bright orange because this is sort of like my landing pad. It lets people aware. Really, the only reason for the landing pad, primary reason for the landing pad, is when you're taking off and landing, it keeps the dust and dirt and anything off of it. And the other reason is to let people know that you are flying. There is a something up in the air. So that's what mine is. That's where the orange. That's why I did the orange, so it's bright and people are more aware that there's something going on where I'm standing. So,
just because you like orange.
Where did you go with the landing gear? The landing gear I got through Amazon from this company, PGY Tech. It's a nice portable landing gear. It stays on each individual leg, and it folds up really nicely. And so that's who I went with for the landing gear. So yes, the stickers are going to be on the drone, on my drone case. Landing skills are pretty good. I landed it on the roof of my truck. I landed it on the picnic tables outside here, or the camper. I landed it in our trampoline at the house. Pretty much all.
Oh, but you did almost lose it the other day.
I did. And that's why I love the DJI products. I was out about 1,600 feet out and 200 feet in the air, 300 feet. So I can't remember exactly where my elevation was, but with all the trees around us, I went to an area and I lost. It started glitching on me, so I turned it around to start coming back, and I completely lost my first person view in my screen. So, well, that's the cool thing about this Ready Set Autism. It automatically, after 10 seconds of being disconnected from your connection, it automatically returns to home. So it went to return to home mode, and it did. It came back, and once I got it back in the line of sight of where back into where I wanted to be, and I got my viewer back, then I canceled the return to home and I kept flying. But yes, it automatically did all that. I didn't have to do it at all.
But can you land it on a house with a mouse on the box with a fox?
I would not land it on a fox. I would not land it on a mouse. I would not land it on a house. Maybe a house if it had a flat roof. I would try.
I should not land it.
Yes. But yeah, so it was Mel and Nettie saying Kay just got home now. I was driving, getting ready to eat dinner. Okay, well you have a good one if you have to jump off.
Not really.
Yeah, Ready Set Autism. It was super awesome. Like I always wanted to try to test it out in some way, and it actually was able to do that. I was ready to do that, able to do that without having to try to fake the disconnection. But when I told Erin about it, her mouth dropped. It was pretty crazy for a couple moments. But yeah, so it worked. Yeah, the price of the Mini is, I got a 128 gig SD card through DJI, and it came out to like $500 some. It's just for the price. I mean, the girls are flying it. My 6-year-old flew it. My 10-year-old loves flying it. My 16-year-old, she enjoyed flying it, but she isn't like, I gotta fly it. Yeah, so it's definitely I'm glad that investment. I'm glad that was that I went with the DJI product. I'm sure, yeah, there are other drones out there that are manufacturers that are good, in some cases better, but for a drone that's only $4 or $5, you can get it for $399 without the Flymore combo, but I would recommend getting it with the Flymore combo. The extra $100 is you get more accessories in that Flymore combo for $100 than you would if you were to try to buy it with other ways. I've been looking into the full-time dream. I did get the insurance through DJI, so I can actually replace it 2 times in 1 year. Okay, Mel, still watching. Cool. Yeah, so I did get the extra, went with the extra, and that's why it came out to like I think it was $539 or something like that. And I got it in like a week and a half coming from Hong Kong. Ryan's here. Kyle said he's super jealous. Don't be jealous, man. You got a nice drone on your hands too. Just got to get it put back together and listen to Ryan when she says certain things. I found out that if you listen to your wife, in many cases, you'll be okay.
You say hello.
Van Life with Gina Payne. Hello. RV Dog is in the house. Nomad Unbroken Live. Hello. How are you? We got somebody knocking on our window.
Oh, I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Let's see if I can make this work. So our new neighbor. There she is. Oh. There you made it in. You made it in the live.
That's how all your friends check it out.
Yeah. So initially they're full time for 4 years. Now our new neighbor is actually one of the old neighbors that when we were staying last season, we were staying down below in the creek, by the creek. We met them, and somehow magically, we've been here for a week. They just pulled in yesterday and happened to pull in beside us. So it works out. The girls' friends are right beside us now. The girls' other friends are 5 sites down from us, and these are all friends that they've met last season here.
Well, the ones from school.
And the ones from school, yeah.
But
what's this? We got what does the insurance cover? Rowing with Rosie. If I would crash the drone, as long as I'm not doing anything stupid with it that I shouldn't be doing with it, I can send it back to them, and there's a small fee. They replace it, and if something were to break on it, malfunction on it, if I were to be flying it and it drops in the water, as long as I'm not doing any, like they'll track my path, as long as I'm not flying like super low to it, and where I shouldn't be flying, they'll replace it. If it gets wet in flight, like there's a whole slew of things.
RV Dog has a question.
Do you have to ship it to Hong Kong for replacement? Honestly, I didn't look into it that far. I want to say yes. That's probably where it's going to go. Consider your wonders.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for coming over. So I didn't look into that far into as far as what I'd have to do to replace it. Hopefully, yeah, as long as you don't lose it in the lake, that's definitely wouldn't be good. On that note, there has been so with your sensors on the bottom of the drone, real quick, we're getting a little sensor tech with you, but at least on the Mavic Mini, I can tell you because I've done something. So the sensors on the drone on the bottom, that's the only sensors that the Mavic Mini have. those sensors will tell the drone if you're too close to the ground. Like I can only get 2 foot off the ground. If I go any lower than that, it sets it into landing mode and brings it down. If the girls did, I was showing them, and I put my hand underneath of it, and the drone actually will lift up higher, because it's sensing that it's too close to the ground. So, oh no, you're fine. Did you mention what to confirm that you can fly?
Yeah, your app.
Oh, not yet. I can mention that here. Just remember that. So these sensors over water. So what it does, these 2 sensors work off of reflectivity, and it basically it's sensing based off of what's bouncing back at it. Water isn't reflective enough. It's like only 80%. It's less than 80% reflective. So if you're flying over flat water, calm water, it's not, those sensors aren't going to pick up that water as well. If you have waves and stuff like that, that's actually better, because it's actually it'll pick up those curls and those wakes and stuff like that. So a lot of people get in trouble flying over losing their drone in the water because those sensors weren't working. So that's a little bit about the little nerdy side of that. But excuse me. So as far as who was that asked? Consider the wanders. Did you mention what you used to confirm for airspace?
Spying on people.
So I have 3 different apps. The first one it's all capital letters, UAV forecast. What that does is that gives me a forecast of using my GPS where how the conditions are. So right now, I don't know if I can pick it up. There's too much glare. Right now, it's telling me it's not good to fly at this particular moment, because there's 22 mile per hour wind gusts. Visibility of satellites, there's only about 6 satellites that are visible to my location, and it's saying that I'm only going to be able to lock on about 6 of them, satellites that are out there. So it tells me that forecast, and then it breaks it down into a chart. You can see the chart. I don't know which way I got to turn it. Bear with me. So this gives me a chart of the time. So you can see in the next few hours, they're not going to be good for the wind gusts and visibility of the satellites to lock on. Now, tomorrow morning, before I can actually fly, it's saying that I'm good. But then once I get to 7 a.m. tomorrow, we're going to have 30 mile per hour wind gusts here. So with the Mavic Mini, it can only fly in up to 17 mile per hour winds. So if I get a 20 mile per hour wind gust, that's going to move my drone. So UAV forecast is the first app I use.
Yeah, you don't have to buy that on Amazon.
Yeah, you don't have to buy it. This is free. All this is free. So UAV. Let's take.
Oops. Full-time Dream said, I flew into a tight cave and the sensor on the bottom made it rise into the ceiling, and I had to get into the cave to get it out because I would not drop down and couldn't get higher.
Yeah, there's a downfall. Now, if you know you're flying in places like that, there's a little trick you can do. You can take, it's a little more dangerous flying it, but
Weekend RVing.
You can take some tape, some black electrical tape, and you can, before you turn your drone on, you can cover your sensors up. If you know you're going to be flying in areas where you do have to get in tight spaces, the only problem is it does mess up a little bit on your GPS or with all your sensors, so your location. So it will walk left to right a little bit on you too, but you can do that if you know you're flying in tight spaces. So I put in the chat at UAV. Did it go in there?
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh yeah, UAV forecast is the first app. The second app is recommended from DJI. It's Kitty Hawk is the manufacturer of it. That one is called Before You Fly. So it is capital B F U F L Y. That's another app. I don't use this one quite as much. And the reason I don't use this quite as much is because I found the next one, which is AirMap. This is the one I use to confirm through FFA or FA. I keep saying that FFA. It's not Future Farmers of America. You can tell I went to school where there's farmers. So AirMap. The reason I stopped using Before You Fly is Before You Fly gives you your GPS location and a map that shows you different heliport, like airports, helipads, different places, and that's great because it's important to know where they are. But when I put my first flight up, I used Before You Fly, and it showed I was in a green zone where I could fly. Now, when I went to AirMap, I found AirMap through doing a little research with the local airport that's in my area. When I checked out AirMap shows me that I'm in a 5-mile radius. My house is in a 5-mile radius of a airport that doesn't use a tower. So I'm in Echo 4 or E4 airspace, which means I need authorization to fly. Pretty much the whole surrounding area of my town is in this Echo 4 airspace. So I need authorization through FAA every time I want to fly. This campground is in that same Echo 4 airspace. So I have to get an authorization. Now, that AirMap it walks you through how to get the authorization, and you can request authorization right from that app. And it does a couple simple things. You put your point where you are on the map where you're going to fly, and then it asks you what radius you're going to be flying in. I usually set mine at 2,500 feet. But I can actually go farther. The Mavic Mini will let me go 2.5 miles if in perfect conditions. But so I usually set 2,500 feet. The less distance you're flying out, the more likely you are to get approved in some cases, because you're technically supposed to under flying with for fun. I just lost the word, but you're supposed to have your drone in line of sight all the time. So I do 2,500 feet because most of the time I can see it that way. Now E2 airspace is a little different depending upon where you're at. The closer I get to that airport, the less altitude I can get. Right in the areas that I'm at, for both the campground and my house, I have a 400-foot ceiling. That as long as I tell AirMap, which is going a request directly to FAA, as long as I stay under 400 feet, it's an automatic approval. Now, if I got closer to the airport, then it drops down to like 200 feet, and then it drops down. There's an area around the airport that's 0. You have no altitude whatsoever. Even if my house was right beside the airport, on my own personal property, I don't have rights to the airspace there. So that's the big thing. And let's see, already said autism. I thought the big deal with the Mavic Mini was it doesn't have the rules because it weighs a gram under FCC. No, yes and no. There, as far as the airspace goes, you're still required to, if you're in an area, a no-fly area, or an area where there is, like where we're within that 5-mile radius of this particular airport. It does. You do have to go with that the approval. The 250 grams is the thing with that is being under 250 grams, you don't have to register the drone. to you don't have to put your name into their or FAA. I'm saying it right, FAA. Yeah. You don't have to register your drone. That's the biggest thing with that. From what I'm getting from, I'm not a drone specialist or I just from what I'm reading through my research, you just don't have to register your drone. Now, I personally had to because the surface wrap on it, so that put it over the 249 grams. Yeah, no bad unbroken. It's a hobby weight. Yes, it is a hobby weight, so you don't have to register it, but you still have to abide by the airspace laws. So if you are in an area, that's why AirMap is yes. I saw Paul. I saw you on Facebook. You're out and about. It's cool. But yeah, you still have to abide by airspace rules. So AirMap is definitely the way to go. And you can, if you're in an area where you do need authorization, you can do it right from there. I put in it asks for your max altitude, your max distance that you're away, how much your drone weighs, and then you have to put your name and phone number in there too, so they do have a point of contact just in case you're doing something wrong. Other than that, and then it asks you if you're going to be flying over people, which is no, you're not supposed to be flying over people. And then there was one other question, I can't remember, but you hit submit, and boom, I get, usually within 20 seconds, I get my approval. So it's actually super easy to work with. And there was somebody up there that said they were looking at getting a drone, considering, but I haven't wrapped my head around all the regulations. There's a bunch of different places that you can go to. The FAA is a good one to take a look at. There's tons of information there. There's tons of information on YouTube. A bunch of the drone experts out there that you can get information from. I got most of my information from the local airport that has the them and was being a responsible drone operator. So I got a ton of information from him, and that's how I found that AirMap app. There's Johnny's Journey. Hello, how are you? Daydream about nice things is here.
You had a very interesting weekend camping.
Yeah, well, your campfire looked pretty interesting too. Yeah, you had a log cabin, and it was like the size of Manhattan. I think it was pretty insane. I would have wanted to see that in person.
So I just finished cleaning out the RV. Now time to upload a video from the weekend.
Yeah. So, yeah, that reminds me. Thank you for Paul for putting that in there. You should do a video talking to the FAA about drainage. Yeah. And actually, FAA they have a bunch of on YouTube. They have.
He's talking about the FFA.
Oh, the FFA. Yes. They probably want to shoot my drone down probably. But but the FFA the FAA does have a drone. Their seminars all on YouTube that you can actually watch through all their seminars too, which is a lot of good information. So we're running out of time here with. We were gonna do some Sunday fun day things, but had a lot of questions about the drone, so that it's okay.
Hey Paul, we're at Gettysburg Farms in Dover, PA.
Gettysburg Farms, part of the 1,000 Trails, which leads us to our premiere. 7:45 is our premiere, and I don't have any. Doesn't look like I have any of my moderators here, so bear with me. If hopefully I don't glitch out on you. If I do glitch out, hang tight. I'll be right back. But let me pull my link up.
After our video is Happy Place Diaries, right?
Yes, after our premiere is Happy Place Diaries. So if you guys would check him out as well.
Melanetti wants to do a drone race when they meet up.
All right.
Paul asked, where is that campground? We're in Dover, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Dover. It used to be the old Outdoor World. It used to be the old Outdoor World. in Dover. It's on Big Mount Road. So what I'm going to do here, Frank Cancel, hello. We saw you pop in at the last minute on Friday. So welcome. Now you're going to have to jump over to this link at 7:45. That is our premiere. What, month or so back, we started, or Mondays, we started doing lives and then jumping over to to our premiere. We took a little break from it for a couple weeks, but we're going to jump back to this one. And the questions about Gettysburg Farms, where we're at right now, you'll actually get to see. I did a ton of drone aerial footage. In fact, pretty much the whole video is nothing but drone aerial tour of Gettysburg Farms, flying around Gettysburg Farms. So if you guys want a real cool aerial video, check it out. There's a little bit of fun stuff in there with the girls and Aaron.
Yeah, it looks like all I did this whole entire time was eat.
Yeah.
Every time he shines the drone on me, I'm eating.
Yeah.
So it was all on the same day. So I was not eating like
she wasn't
every
eating
time.
nonstop. So definitely, guys, at 7:45, you want to jump over. Working my butt off on the big van. Cool. Get at it. Warm season's coming. Get her done.
So after the preview visit, Happy Place Diaries.
Yes, Happy Place Diaries is after us. So everybody jump over there. It's starting now. We got a 2-minute countdown for the premiere, but everybody jump on over. We're going to stay on for a minute, and then we'll be over there as well. So join us on at that link. I'll post it again. Join us there for the premiere, and we'll see you over there.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
All right. We're still live. We're still live. Stop jumping up on me. Still live.
Thank you. Consider the Wonders.
Yes. Consider Wonders. Go over and check it out. Check that link out. 2 minutes. Thanks, Nomad Unbroken.
Doing that countdown
it's doing a countdown. So we'll see you over there. I'm going to close off. Frank, just go over to that our premiere. Check that out, and then you can come back and check out this live. All right, guys. Good night. God bless.